Hey everyone, it's Miss Vanessa, and I'm just here for a quick video for you guys who had registered for the Chopsticks Challenge who didn't get to attend the meeting. I'm just going to go through some of the challenge ideas I had set up for you guys real quick so you guys can try it out for yourselves if you would like. I am in the video description information down below. I'm going to include a couple videos that were recommended to me by Jolie from the Japan America Society of Alabama. She's the director there, and so she gave me some video suggestions for that videos that she liked for chopsticks etiquette, as well as how to eat chopsticks, which is what we will need to do, or at least try to learn how to do in practice for the challenge. But also there's some general etiquette information in there too, which is pretty cool. Like if you ever want to properly use chopsticks as they were intended for eating, if you ever happen to get to go to Japan or another country that uses chopsticks as their main eating utensil, that would be really cool. So hopefully the videos will give you some info on that. First, we're going to go over what came in your kit. So you should have received the little handout that had the information about what is included in the kit. And then also on the back, there are some fun facts just about chopsticks, the history behind chopsticks. So you guys can read that and learn a little bit about chopsticks. You should have 2 sets of chopsticks. So I've already opened one of mine because we used them for the challenge. The extra one, as long as you kept them clean and secure, were just intended for you guys to use however you want. If you did want to try eating with them, if you kept these in the packet, they haven't been touched other than the outside, so it should be safe for you guys to use if you'd like to try it. If you have touched it though and poked things with it, you may not want to use it though. And then you should also have a bag of beans, a bag of marshmallows, a pen, 2 pom-poms, a rubber band, 2 googly eyes, 2 styrofoam bowls, some scratch paper. We'll see if we get to the purpose of what those are later. And then finally, you should have 2 challenge sheets. One is a challenge grid, and the other is a chopsticks challenge circle. So Miss Vanessa is going to go through these. Now, just so you know, I am not a chopsticks expert, so this was a fun challenge for me to try too. Oh, see, is the camera out of focus? There we go. All right, so if you watch the videos, they will tell you how you should traditionally hold your chopsticks. So I would recommend you going and watching those because Miss Vanessa is not necessarily a expert. So this is how Miss Vanessa has been practicing to use them. So challenge number 1. The idea is to take your 2 bowls and you're going to put some of your items. You can put the rubber band, the googly eyes, the pen, the pom-poms. You put a couple marshmallows, a couple of the beans. So challenge 1 is to transfer the items from one bowl to another. And you can time yourself. You can give yourself a minute, 30 seconds, 5 minutes, depending on how long you want to do. So I'm not going to time myself, but I'm just going to kind of show y'all the gist of it. So you just kind of want to grab. And you'll notice as you try this, you'll see some things. And if you have to fix it, Miss Vanessa still has to do this. Sometimes I have to rearrange how they're placed on my fingers. But as you do this, you may notice that some things are a little bit easier to pick up than others. And maybe in different ways. So as you're doing this, maybe see what is the hardest to pick up and what is the easiest. And then think to yourself, why would that be? Why would this googly eye was kind of giving me trouble, would be harder than the other? And so that is basically challenge 1. So you can just do that back and forth, spice it up a little, do it a different way if you'd like, use different items if you have any that you can use around the house. And like I said, do different time limits because that'll help increase the challenge too. So if you start like with 2 minutes, see how you do. And then, you can lower it down to 1 minute or 30 seconds, or, even maybe try 20 seconds or 10 seconds and see how you can do. So I'd advise you to probably practice after you watch the videos. If you're not familiar with using chopsticks, give yourself just a practice where you're practicing using the chopsticks before you really try to get serious with one of the challenges. So that is challenge 1. Challenge 2, we use the Chopsticks Challenge grid. And this has placed 1 bean or marshmallow in each square. So that's why you have enough you have the baggies with enough marshmallows and enough beans in it. And the same concept applies to this challenge. You can do different time limits to give yourself a bit more of a challenge. But the point of this is to take a marshmallow each time and place it on that grid. And you may notice the marshmallows may be easier for you to do. So if you find it is too easy, even with the time limit that you put on, you can try using the beans instead. The beans may give you a bit more of a challenge. So that is the basic challenge of number 2. Like I said, you can change it up. You can also, time yourself taking them off the grid or putting them back in the bowl, however you want to do it. Like I said, you can also do that. You can use the beans and do the beans and try to place them on each little point of the grid. And then the other challenge is the Chopsticks Challenge circle. Place beans on circles similar to example. Now this one gets a little trickier. So as you can see, there's like a little picture example that I did. And so I'm just going to try to do a few. And like I said, apply the same time limits. If you feel like that gives you a bit more of a challenge. So that's to fix her chopstick setup. But this is basically what you do here. And like I said, Miss Vanessa doesn't necessarily have the best strategy, but figure out how you're picking these up that may help you and how to place them. So if you see, it may help if you practice angling your chopstick so you can pick it up where it's easier for you to lay flat. Instead of maybe, see, I have it where see if you guys can see it, where it's like that, where I can just place it. And if you need to nudge it a little, that's probably okay. So I'm going to pick that one up a little. And then you just keep doing that. And you should have enough beans to fill in the other ones. If not, then, just do however many that you think you can fill in. I didn't do too bad actually on that. It's not bad. Yeah, like I said, and this one is for fun. So if you need to nudge a little, that's cool too. So that is challenge number 3. And like I said, if you want to change that up a little any way that you want, you can do that as well. And then the final challenge, which Miss Vanessa hasn't even tried this yet, I may not have the best pin for it. But this one was just going to be kind of like a really hard challenge for fun, which is why I included the scratch paper. But the point was to take your pen, see if you can write on the scratch paper with the pen while you're holding the chopsticks. And Miss Vanessa is not sure I can even do this. I tried it a little bit, but you may need like a marker may help. And the point is to find out how you need to adjust it. See if you can get it up. And like I said, if you have a marker, that might actually work better. I tried to give y'all a pretty thin pen too. So Miss Vanessa is not using the best pen. So I'm going to cheat a little. I just put it in there. But yeah, as you can see, Miss Vanessa is not having any luck. But I think if y'all had a marker or maybe even the thinner pens that I gave y'all, if y'all want to try that, that would be a super challenge. But yeah, that one was just kind of a really hard one for like, if the other ones seemed a little too easy, then be like, well, let's try doing this. So don't worry if you can't do that one, because that one's pretty hard. But those are basically the overviews of the 4 challenges that we had. At the meeting. We had fewer people, so we just kind of did what the participants who were able to make it wanted to do. So it was just for fun. And I know it was a little weird trying to do it through Zoom too. So if you guys want to practice these on your own, maybe one day when we can have in-house programming again, we could do a chopsticks challenge in person with each other. And then there could be a practice zone where you practice, and then, challenge areas that you guys can either do in teams or as individuals. I don't know if y'all are interested, let me know. So it'd be something when we are able to safely meet in person again for these programs. I'd love to try to do this one. I thought it was really, might be fun for you guys to do. But if y'all try this at home, if y'all didn't make it, let me know. Let me know how y'all are doing. And like I said, check out the videos. The links to them will be in the description below, in regards to how to use chopsticks, and also the etiquette, just so you learn a little bit about how chopsticks are actually used in our world today. But thank you guys for tuning into this video, and I hope you guys have fun. Let me know if y'all do this. Bye.